What I'm hearing from our guest is there's not really like a curriculum for success in this industry.
Yeah.
There's curriculums for apprenticeship programs, and obviously there's something to that. You know, you got to cover all the different functions or whatever. But our apprenticeship program is a little different in that we don't follow a super strict curriculum. We kind of tailor make it to. Yeah, go ahead, Steve.
Yeah,
Explain
so
that.
we are members of the NTMA and the local chapter of that program, and of course they have their own established curriculum for different disciplines. But we were able, and Brad Patterson was more part of establishing this than I was. But we've now done exactly what Nick just said. We've kind of like carved out some language and removed some things that really aren't as applicable as they were. I mean, nobody spends 500 hours honing anymore, in the machining. So
on a Sun and Hone?
Yeah, on a Sun. And by the way, I ran a hone for like a year, so.
I have too. So.
Yeah, that's a whole nother story. But,
we have oil.
A lot of oil.
A lot of oil.
Right through the apron.
Yep.
So we do have a program now that's tailored directly to not just our company, but to what we think is really applicable to this industry, in 2020. And we have a number, we're graduating, we're hiring 1 to 2 people a year, graduating 1 to 2 people a year. We've had a couple of tough years. So we've lost a couple of apprentices for some reasons. But in the last, I want to say 10, not 15, but 10 years, we've had a lot of success with this program. And if you walk around our shop, I can introduce you to supervisors and middle managers that were guys that graduated from that. So
can I ask where you're recruiting them from, though? I think that's an important and valuable.
Yeah, good
sure.
question.
Yeah. Well, in the beginning, it all first off, Votech I mentioned earlier, was located at Jefferson High School, which is on the southeast side of Rockford.
Okay,
one of our Big Ten schools, and they don't have Votech anymore, but they still have an industrial program there, so they still have a shop.
They rebranded.
Yeah. And there was a gal there, I don't recall her last name, her first name was Marianne, and about 10 years ago, there was some money for an internship program that she ran. And I don't know, she contacted me somehow and started to bring us these candidates. And these kids were the cream of the crop, and they're here. There's 3 or 4 of them here right now. 2 of those 4 are supervisors in the shop. So that was our feed system at the time. That they lost the funding for that. I think she retired. We're still getting some guys from Jefferson, but really not through that.
How could we lose the funding for that? What could this country need more than that?
Remember that during that period of time when manufacturing was this icky, dirty business, all the parents said you have to go to college, you have to, be a doctor or a lawyer, and you shouldn't even think about. And that was around the time when, most of the politicians were saying we need to send our manufacturing over to China because it's icky and dirty, and it just got gutted, and now they want it back, and it's not that easy just to turn it back around. It takes time.
So the way we connect now with the community to find out who these candidates are, first off, we have, I'm going to say, a decent rapport with 2 or 3 high schools in Rockford, Hononegah, Winnebago, it's actually in Winnebago, Illinois, and Jefferson, that still have like tech programs. And they may not even be for metalworking. To me, any kind of if it's automotive, a kid that's had a couple of years of auto shop.
They're ripe for this industry.
Exactly.
I agree.
Do you think that investment in bringing them on as an apprentice at your company really leads to that, longevity with the company? Like they don't want to leave because they know that you invested that time and money into them.
I do. And I would like to think that their families recognize that, where our heart is. Obviously, we want to continue to have a vibrant, healthy organization where, we've got a diversity of people that are going to be here in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, because, guys like me, I'm not going to be here 10 years from now, or at least I'll be very much on the tail end of my career. So we have to bring these people in, and we've actually had parents in. We've invited parents in to come and visit us. We've told these kids, tell your mom and dad to come in. I'd like to talk to your dad. Let him know what a great opportunity this is. I haven't done that for a while, but I've done that before. So also the Rock River Valley Tooling and Machining Association. So we're pretty close. Matter of fact, the director for the apprenticeship program is the instructor at Jefferson High School. And so his name is Dutch. So Dutch will bring us a list of people who have taken this aptitude test and shows all their grades, who they are, where they live. We can call them. So we can call them and say, hey, we understand you're interested in a career in metalworking. If you'd like to come in for an interview, a tour. He will bring people in for a tour. We'll have high school shop teachers bring kids in for a tour.